All right, good morning, everybody. Uh, Court will resume with the February 24th, 2022. And I have here F4624-21-4 in the matter of the marriage of Francisco Rayon and San Juanita Rayon.
Yes. Good morning, Judge. Daniel Ramirez representing Mr. Francisco Rayon. He's a petitioner.
Yes,
And,
sir. Good
Mr.
morning.
Good morning. Mr. Rayon should be online, Judge.
All right, I see him there on the screen. Yes, sir, Mr. Sanchez. Good morning.
Morning, Your Honor. Dan Sanchez for Miss Rayon. She is present in my office. I can flip my camera and she will be right there.
Okay. All
Okay.
right, very well. What do we have here, gentlemen?
Judge, I filed a motion for temporary orders in this case, Judge. It's a divorce. It's been pending for a little bit. And my client has been a stay-at-home wife for 20 plus years. Mr. Rayon has always provided for all of the expenses of the home and her expenses as well. He was continuing to do so until she hired me and we filed an answer. And all of a sudden, he stopped some of the utilities that were being paid for at the home and reduced the amount of money he was providing for her. And so we need a hearing so we can ask the court for some temporary spousal maintenance, orders on temporary maintenance of community property financially, and some temporary attorney's fees, Judge. My client does not work. She's a stay-at-home wife, has been for the entirety of the marriage. And so that's what we're asking at this time.
May I address the court, Judge?
Yes, sir.
There's some things that are incorrect, Judge. Ms. Rayon has not been unemployed for 20 years. She's a massage therapist, Judge. She had a business. She was operating a business in 2020, a massage place, and then she shut it down. She has the capability of working. The fact, that she wants to come into court today and say, look, I'm just going to be at home. I want, spousal maintenance. I'm not going to do anything. We were checking with my office, Judge. There's at least a couple of places here in McAllen. Right now, they're looking for massage therapists. They told us, anybody can apply for those positions. But as far as what Mr. Rayon has been providing, they have a rent house. It's a rent to own. And he's been paying that payment. He's been paying the light bill, a couple of cars that are in the wife's possession. He's been paying those. He's been paying the car insurance on those vehicles. He's been paying the cell phones, a refrigerator, bedroom set. And he's been giving her $600 for her expenses. Altogether, he's been paying about $5,000 a month toward expenses and toward her expenses. So the only other thing I want to mention to the court is that Mr. Rayon indicated to me that where he works every Friday, there has been a layoff of one or more people. So he's thinking his job is probably going to be one of those layoff categories. But for opposing counsel to say that she's never worked, she has no means of support, that is incorrect. She did have a business. She is qualified to work as a massage therapist.
Mr. Sanchez?
Judge, first of all, she's not a massage therapist. She doesn't have a license to be a massage therapist. You need to have a license in the state of Texas to be a massage therapist. She doesn't. She tried to open up a business through a process called Reiki, doing life coach, which included a little bit of massage as stress relief, but she's not a massage therapist by any means. With COVID, all of that personal contact wiped everything out. But other than that, for the last 20 plus years, Judge, she has been a stay-at-home wife. Mr. Rayon makes over $120,000 a year, Judge. And so the fact that he's been paying these $5,000 plus a month, we don't dispute it. We're just asking that pending the divorce, he continue to pay that. He's paid him all these years, and now all of a sudden he doesn't want to pay him. But the income is community income, regardless of whether it's him earning it or her earning it. And that community income is quite a bit. And so what we're asking, what is typically ordered in status quo during temporary orders and divorce, is to keep status quo. The status quo had been that he had been covering all the expenses at home and giving her about $600 a week. And so what we're asking, Judge, is that status quo. In terms of spousal maintenance, she definitely qualifies for some spousal maintenance because of the length of time that they've been married and the fact that she's been a stay-at-home wife. I do believe that temporarily, though, she's entitled to some as well. And so that's what we're here for today. And for him to have gone from making $120,000 all of a sudden, I'm pending losing a job. I mean, I think that's kind of a little bit ironic, but it kind of makes sense that if we're here asking for monetary relief, that's going to be the push from him. Nonetheless, making $120,000 a year, he's always controlled all the finances. She's never had any access other than what he gives her. There should be quite a bit in savings as well. He lives out of town, and I believe he also gets a per diem. So we need to develop that, and that's why we want a hearing and get some evidence put on the record so that the court can make a proper determination on how much my client should get. In addition, he's the one that earns all the money and has access to money. He's been able to pay his attorney. She hasn't been able to pay me. So we're asking for some money for attorney's fees as well, Judge.
Judge, Mr. Sanchez is addressing the court like if this was a final hearing. These are temporary orders. Mr. Sanchez knows very well that under Title 8 of the Family Code, there is a section that talks about spousal maintenance. Right now, today, we're not talking about spousal maintenance, Judge. That Mr. Sanchez says because of the terms of the number of years that they've been married, that she's entitled to it. Well, that's for another day. Today, we are here only on temporary orders, and there's nothing in the law right now that would permit the court to consider permanent spousal maintenance today. That the temporary orders, Judge, that he's asking for is spousal maintenance on a temporary basis. There's a case out of Corpus Christi, the 13th Court of Appeals, that says that in temporary spousal maintenance, what the court should consider are the necessary expenses of the person who is asking for that. We're not here looking at how much he's earning or how much he should be paying based on what he's earning or what he should be paying for the number of years. That's for a spousal maintenance claim that Mr. Sanchez has made in his counter petition, but that's for the final hearing, not for today. And so if they want to talk about necessary expenses, then they should prove them up.
Well, Judge, I'll put it this way then. Let's just divide the income in half. It's community income. Let's give her half the paycheck and she'll be responsible for her own bills. That's simple.
There's nothing in the law that would support that claim, Judge. That is totally uncalled for, and Mr. Sanchez knows that.
All right, let me hear some testimony. Who do you want to call first? Ms. Sanchez?
I want to call Mr. Rayon first, Judge.
All right. All right, sir. You swear the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
You may put your hand down. Go ahead, Sanchez.
Judge, can I request the assistance of an interpreter for the benefit of my client? Because she understands some English, but not a lot of English. And so for her benefit, can we have an interpreter present?
Well, I think when she testifies. Right, only when she testifies. Not right now.
Okay, all right. then I'll tell my client that I may have to break just to ask her if she has questions.
Okay, okay, go ahead.
Mr. Rayon, I've got a copy of your 2020 W-2. And according to this, it says that you made from Turner Industries Group LLC an amount of $14,240. Would you say that would be a correct amount?
Correct.
And I also have a copy of your W-2 from Great Arrow Builders LLC. And that says that you earned $122,085. Would that be correct as well?
That was for year 2020.
That's correct.
That's correct.
Okay. And I asked your lawyer to provide me with 2021 W-2s. He wasn't able to do that. Do you have them available to you?
No, I don't.
Okay. So based on the 2020, were you working at the same place in 2021 as 2020?
I'm working at Great Arrow Builders. Yes.
Same place, doing the same work?
No. Now I'm been demoted. I'm a foreman.
When were you demoted?
I was demoted about 6 months ago.
Okay. How much did you earn for Great Arrow Builders in 2021?
I'm going to
I haven't
object, Your
seen-
Honor. I'm going to object the relevancy. This is not a final hearing. This is not testimony. This is testimony that would go to a spousal maintenance, not to temporary spousal maintenance. We are in a temporary orders hearing, and that goes to necessary expenses, not to as to how much he's earning, Your Honor.
Judge, if the court's going to consider his ability to support the community property and his spouse as he has been, we need to know what he's earning. I'm willing to stipulate to the 2020 numbers then if they don't want to provide the 2021.
All right, go ahead.
And Your
Thank
Honor, I would like to say that the respondent is the one that has all that financial information. Actually, we need those W-2s so that he can prepare his tax returns. We don't have that information. We're not holding back.
Hey, look, if I'm gonna hear evidence for 2 or 3 hours and I'm not gonna rule because we're still missing papers and W-2 forms and so on, then you guys need to go to mediate. Go to mediate and have everything ready with, everyone. You prepare your client, you prepare yours, Mr. Sanchez, then go out there and exchange the numbers. But if I'm gonna have a 4-hour hearing and I'm not gonna have a complete picture, I'm not gonna order anything.
Well, Judge, he gets his W-2s. She doesn't. If we had them, I'd prepare them. What I do have is 2020, and that's what I'm cross-examining him on, asking him questions on. If he doesn't want to present the 21s, I can't force him. Again, this is temporary orders, not final. We're just asking for some temporary support here and continuation of bills that he's been paying.
Have you all done discovery already? You'll exchange information, everybody's income and so forth?
No, sir.
Not yet,
Well-
Judge. This is temporary orders. I mean, he cut off the money. If he would have kept paying everything, we wouldn't be having this issue. But as soon as we filed an answer and he told her, if you go hire a lawyer, I'm going to cut you off. And sure enough, he did. But how is she supposed to be represented without getting a lawyer involved if she's got to file an answer?
Yeah, he didn't cut her off, Judge. He just reduced the amount based on the temporary spousal support law in the state of Texas on necessaries. He's been providing all the necessaries for the house, the light, the cars and everything. And on top of that, he's giving her $600 a month. He hasn't cut her off. Mr. Sanchez is not correct in what he's saying. He hasn't cut her off.
Judge, I'm not giving testimony and neither is Mr. Ramirez. That's got to come from the client. So that's just, the court will allow me to continue.
What's the allegation here that is being cut off? What was cut off?
Judge, he was paying originally the house, the water, electricity, car insurance, cell phone, gasoline, internet, cable, car wash, yard maintenance, groceries, personal maintenance, fitness, vehicle maintenance, her contact lenses, all of that he was paying.
Okay.
Once she hired me, he quit giving her money that provided for gas, for internet, for cable, for the car washes, for the yard maintenance, for the groceries, for her personal maintenance, for the gym membership, fitness center, for vehicle maintenance, and for contact lenses, which she has to refill monthly. So he cut all that off, and he'd been paying it for years, all because I filed an answer in this case. And all of a sudden, and maybe his lawyer told him don't pay it. I don't know, but I want to know from him if he's been
Okay.
paying all this for years. Why all of a sudden did he stop?
Okay. Okay, you can ask him that.
Thank you, Judge. So Mr. Rayon, you've been making the house payment since you got into this house, correct?
Correct.
And you've been making the water payment since you've been in the house, correct?
Correct.
And you've been making the electricity payment since you've been in the house, correct?
That is correct.
And you pay for the car insurance and the cars, correct?
That is correct.
You pay for the cell phone bills, correct?
Correct.
You pay for the internet, correct?
I did pay for it.
You had, until she filed an answer, you'd been paying for this, correct?
Negative. I'll start giving payments when my payment was reduced, because I still got my maintenance up here. I gotta pay all my rent, my bills, my car insurance. I gotta pay all my bills also. I got payments to make.
Okay, but you were paying the internet and the cable at her house, correct?
That's what I'm saying. I don't have any internet up here, so because I don't have any. I'm not earning enough money right now.
Sir, I'm not asking
It-
about where you're at. I'm asking about the house in McAllen.
That's what I'm saying. I paid for it, and I'm still paying for it. I haven't stopped any payments. I haven't stopped the water bill payment, the electricity bill payments. I'm still making all the payments.
Are you paying for internet right now?
Negative, no payment.
Are you
right?
paying for cable right now?
That is not a necessity.
Sir, answer my question.
No, sir.
Are you
No,
paying?
I'm not.
Okay. Are you paying for the cable?
I'm not.
Okay. Are you paying for the car washes?
No, sir.
Are you paying for the yard maintenance?
You know what? On the car washes, yes, I did. She sent me a text about a month ago that she paid the car washes, and I sent the money for the car washes.
And those car washes is one of the cars that you use when you come down here because it sits under a tree. It needs to constantly be washed, correct?
I don't go that often.
But because the car does not have a garage and the tree that's over it creates sap on it, it has to be constantly washed to protect it, correct?
We do have a 2-car garage where she can put the cars in.
Okay, have you been paying for the car washes for years?
I've been paying for the car washes, yes, sir.
Okay. But you're not paying for them anymore.
I did pay them last month.
Okay. You had been paying the cable, but you stopped paying it also, correct?
You're gonna keep on asking me the same question over and over again? I said yes.
You're not paying it now, but you used to pay it, correct?
Yes.
Okay. The same thing with the internet. You're not paying it now, but you used to pay it, correct?
That is correct.
You used to give her about $500-600 a week, correct, to cover groceries?
No, that's wrong. That's wrong. I used to give her $400 a week when I was making money. Not anymore.
Okay, so you were giving her $400 a week.
Yes.
Okay, and you would pay for groceries?
No, with the 400, she was paying for the car washes, the yard maintenance, gas for the vehicles, and for groceries.
What about for the vehicle maintenance? Who would pay for the vehicle maintenance?
I was paying for the vehicle maintenance.
Right. And her contacts lenses that she has to refill every month?
She's covered under my insurance that I have.
So you were covering that, correct?
She is still covered under my insurance, yes.
Okay. So if all of a sudden she's not getting the money to cover all of those expenses, it's because you stopped that money, correct?
Because I'm not, like I said, I'm not getting paid like I used to get paid before. My weekly payment dropped
How much is your weekly payment?
Do I have to answer that?
Yes.
Judge,
Yes,
my weekly payment is 2,200.
2,200 take home weekly, correct?
That is correct.
Okay. So out of that 2,200 weekly take home, you have, do you get a per diem in addition to that?
No, everything is included. Per diem is taxable.
Okay, so you don't get any other income other than that.
That is correct. That's my only income.
Okay. And right now, where are you living?
Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
And what is the cost of your rent in Pittsburgh?
I'm paying $1,440 a month.
And that's just for you.
Yes.
No one else lives there.
No, sir.
There's not a woman that lives with you.
Negative.
There's not another coworker, other men that live with you.
Negative.
Okay.
That
and
apartment I got. Okay. Go ahead.
what's that?
No, go ahead. Continue.
So you're testifying under oath that you live by yourself in Pittsburgh and you pay $1,440 a month.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And no one else contributes to that rent.
No, sir.
Okay. In addition to that, how much is your water and electric bill?
I pay gas $50 a month. Electricity is about $50 a month. And I also pay for my gasoline, that is about $200 a month. My truck insurance, that is $90 a month. I also have a timeshare that is under both of our names that I pay $300 a month. And I paid about $500 a month in groceries.
Okay, so your total expenses for the month, including that timeshare. Let me add this up here. $1,440 plus 50 plus 50 plus 290 plus 300. So your total bills, according to what you just testified, are $2,630.
Yes, sir.
That sound about right?
That sounds about right.
Okay. Yet you make $8,800.
If you combine my expenses with her expenses, it comes out about $7,800 a month.
Okay, so out of your expenses and what you take home, you have $6,170 left, correct?
Negative.
Okay, well,
If I make $8,000 a month, $8,000 a month, you said, right?
no, 8,800 because you make 2,200 a week.
Okay, 8,800 subtract that 7,800 from 8,800.
No, I'm talking about your bills, okay?
Oh, my bill is 2,000. Yes, sir.
Your bills,
2,000
I'm adding them up. It's 1,440
Yes.
plus for gas and light, another 100. 1,440 plus 100 plus 200 plus 90 plus 300 plus 500. That's 2,630. I added up what you testified.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now I'm going to take that 2,630 and I'm going to subtract it from 8,800.
Correct.
And that leaves you 6,170 for the month.
For her expenses.
But that's what's left over after you pay all your bills, correct?
Yes, correct.
Including your grocery and all your needs, correct?
My bills. Yes. My bills only. Yes.
Your bills. Okay. Now her bills, according to the numbers she gave me, that include groceries, internet, vehicle, everything, add up can I get a screen share, Your Honor? Can I be allowed to screen share?
All right, let me get here. Try it.
Do you see it? Do you see an Excel sheet, Judge?
I see it.
Okay. Mr. Rayon, do you see the Excel sheet here?
Yes.
Okay, and what I'll do is I'll try to increase the font maybe so it gets a little bit bigger. Does that help?
Yeah.
Okay, so the house payment's $21.95. The electric bill is 65. I mean, the water bill is 65. Electricity, $337. Car insurance, $92. Cell phone, $100. Gasoline, about $225. Internet, $660. Cable, $100. Car wash, $160. Yard maintenance, $80. Groceries for the month, $1,200. Personal maintenance, $200. Fitness center, $120. Vehicle maintenance, $250. Contact lens refill, $100. The total there is right here. This is what you used to pay, or that you've been paying, was $5,285 when I add all these up here. Ms. Rayon says that since she filed an answer, you stopped giving her money. So all of this amount here is no longer covered. So that amount is $24.95. Right now, what you've covered, according to her, is $27.90. The total cost is $52.85 if we were to go with what you used to pay. Do you see that?
Yeah, I do see it.
Okay, so even if you were ordered to pay her $52.85, which you'd been paying before, okay? If I subtract $61.70 minus $52.85, you're still gonna have an additional $885 a month left over. You see that?
Yeah, I do see it.
Okay, so is there any problem during the temporary orders of this divorce with you to continue making all these payments that you've always made?
I'll pay what I'm paying right now. I'm not gonna be able to pay via internet, via gym, which he doesn't go to. The maintenance, your maintenance, but yeah, I can pay that.
But I'm talking about financially, your ability to pay and what you've been paying. Because the home,
I don't
big-
have the same ability. I don't have the same ability to pay. Like I said, my payment was cut off big time.
well, I just asked you what you're earning, and you said $2,200 a week. What was your paycheck last week?
$2,200.
Okay, so even with the cut, we're using the money you're earning right now, not what you used to earn, because you used to earn more. Your earnings were 130 some thousand last year. And even with the reduction in your income at $2,200 a month that you're taking home, okay? $2,200 a week, I'm sorry, that you're taking home still allows you to make all these payments, make your payments, and have almost an extra $900 left over. That's according to your testimony, your math.
That's incorrect. Because every week I get left over like with $100 every week.
Okay, so
After all the payments that I make every week is the same thing over and over again. It's no money for me to save.
you make $2,200 a week, right?
Yes, sir.
And you've been making that at least for the last 2 months?
Yes,
In fact, you were probably making more before that, right?
a little bit more.
Right. But right now, with the reduction in pay and everything, it's still $2,200, correct?
That is correct.
Okay. The biggest bill that you have on this list of bills is the house payment. And y'all are in a rent to
That-
own for $2,200 a month, correct?
That is correct.
That's a community asset. You understand that, right?
Yes, sir.
And so temporarily she's in it because she lives here and you live in Pennsylvania, but that doesn't mean she's going to keep it, but you still have to make that payment, right?
I'm not saying that I'm not going to make the payment. I'll still make the payment.
Right. But part of her bills that add up to the 5,285 include that payment. You see that?
Can you repeat the question again? Or what you said?
Part of the bills that you've been paying that support her include that $2,200 payment, correct?
Yes, sir.
So by you continuing to have to pay that, you're benefiting yourself as well, not just her. You understand that, right?
Yes, sir.
And that house that she's in is where your kids and grandkids go on a weekly basis, correct?
I'm not sure if they go on a weekly basis, but I guess.
And you have a daughter who is 19, 20 years old that sometimes stays with your wife there, correct?
No, she moved in with her boyfriend.
Well, but she's with her boyfriend, but if that relationship breaks up, where does your daughter gonna go live?
That I don't know. I
She go back-
cannot answer that question. I don't know. Not if
Is
she's
she
gonna
not
go back or
welcome to
not.
go? Is she not welcome to go back to your house? Stay with your wife?
Objection, Judge, that's
That-
not relevant.
Correct, sustain.
Okay, Mr. Rayon, when did you receive a reduction in pay?
I said I told you about 6 months ago.
Okay. But for the last 5 months after that reduction in pay, you'd still been making all the payments, correct?
That is correct. That's why I'm not making the rest of the payments. You know, I'm reading the current insurance. The current insurance is not 92 what I'm paying. I'm paying about 360 on the insurance for both vehicles, on the BMW and the Cruise.
Give me 1 second. Okay, so that $92 she believed was your insurance just for your vehicle, correct?
Probably my vehicle, yes.
Okay, but all these bills on this list, everything here is what you've been paying, right?
Like I said, I'm not paying no more the yard maintenance, the fitness center.
I understand, but what I'm saying is you were making all of those payments. You were covering all those costs before, correct?
The fitness center, no, because I don't think she had a membership on the fitness.
When you gave her money, and it was how much a week that you said?
I used to give her 400.
Okay, when you were giving her that $400 a week, okay, that $400 is what she would use to pay her personal things, correct?
Nah, I don't know. See, like I said, $400 it was for the jar maintenance, gas for the vehicles, and groceries.
Okay, so you don't have any savings anywhere, any money in the bank saved?
No,
Objection,
sir.
Your Honor, we're on temporary orders, not relevant, Judge.
All
This
right,
is not a division of community property today, Judge.
I'm not asking to divide community property, Judge. He's saying that he's restricted in his finances, yet he makes more than most people in the valley do.
But
Mr.
also, I got more expensive the more people in the valley.
Mr. Rayon, how often do you come home to the valley?
Not that often,
Okay,
because there's not enough money for me to buy a plane ticket.
I understand. How often do you go visit your girlfriend?
Objection,
I don't
Your
know what I'm
Honor.
talking about.
irrelevant.
Okay, I'll pass this witness, Judge.
Mr. Ramirez?
Yes, just a few questions. Mr. Rayon, right now, with the expenses of the house, that's 2,195, a light bill for the house of 400, a BMW, payment of 575, Chevy Cruze, car payment 370, car insurance of 360, the cell phones of $98, the refrigerator in the house for 100, bedroom set 330. You're paying about $4,428 toward those expenses. Is that correct, Mr. Rayon?
You say 5,000? 5,078?
It's 4428, not, and I'll get to the $600 that you're going to be
Oh, okay.
you're giving her.
Okay, yeah.
It's $4,428. Those
sir.
expenses that I mentioned. And on top of that, you're giving her $600 extra for whatever,
A month.
for I guess her own personal expenses, right?
That is correct. That is correct.
So you're giving her $5,028. And Mr. Sanchez was talking about $5,285, and you're giving her $5,028 already. So it's pretty close to that amount, that he's talking about. And out of those 4428, since some of these are debts, she would normally be required to pay half, right? I mean, as a community debt. Would that be correct?
Yes,
But instead, you're paying him on a temporary basis right now. Is that correct?
that is correct. That is correct.
When both of you were living together, married, before you filed for divorce, yes, you were giving her some money, but that was during the marriage. Is that right?
That is correct.
I'm gonna object, Your Honor. They're still married. They're not divorced.
I
Okay,
didn't say they were
legally, they're
divorced.
still married.
I said before they filed the divorce petition, Judge.
Okay,
And after you filed the divorce petition, you became aware of the law of temporary spousal maintenance, and that the courts will look at the necessary expenses only of the person claiming them. Is that right?
That is correct.
So do you believe that the $600 will take care of the personal expenses or the
Yes, sir.
necessary expenses?
For her, yes. For her alone, yes.
And combined with all the other expenses, you're paying $5,028,
Yes, sir.
every month. Regardless of how much you earn, we're going with necessary expenses law. That's all it is. Is that correct?
Can you repeat that statement?
We're just going on spousal maintenance and what the law requires.
Yes, sir.
Now, Mr. Rayon, you indicated to me earlier that you had a concern about people getting laid off at your company.
Yes, sir. That's being laid off every week.
So right now, do you know if you have a stable job for the rest of the year or not?
No, it's not a stable. It's not a stable job because like I said, it can be next week. It can be tomorrow. Every Friday is layoff.
Right. Now, on a temporary basis, Mr. Rayon, the expenses will continue. The house payment, the light bill, all those payments on the vehicles and the insurance. What is it that you want to tell the judge? What do you want to do on a temporary basis?
Okay, I don't really want to commit on the house payment because if I lose my job, I'm not going to be able to make the house payment, the 2,200, because I know with unemployment, that's impossible. I'm willing to pay an apartment of $800 a month plus electricity.
For your wife?
Yes,
Is a house being rented? The house where she lives?
that's a rent to owner finance.
All right.
Yes,
Uh,
the house that she lives in.
and if you can't make the payment, what will happen?
If I can make the payment, the owner is going to take back the house.
And, all right. So, until, if you continue with your job, you'll be able to make the house payment, right?
If I'm still employed with this company, yes.
So I guess you're asking the court to consider that you continue making payments, but if you do lose your job, then that you would no longer, be obligated to make those house payments.
That is correct.
Judge, I object. I mean, this is speculation. And they can always come back and modify temporary orders if he loses his job. Plus, usually when you lose a job, you get unemployment. For someone that's making $9,000 a month, I'm sure he's going to get a significant amount of unemployment.
Can I say something, Judge?
Yes, sir.
With unemployment in Texas, you get about $1,000 every 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it should be less. It would be substantially less. Okay. Any more questions, Mr. Sanchez?
That's all I have.
I do have a couple questions of Mr. Rayon.
Okay.
So it wasn't until you found out what you believe is the temporary spousal maintenance law that you decided to start giving less money, correct?
No, like I said, my hours and payment was reduced, so I wasn't making what I was making, and it's not because also I knew I how you say it, I knew I wasn't going to be able to make those payments. Like if I keep on giving her like the $400, I was going to be late on a different payment. For example, I was going to be late on the water bill for being paying the electricity, or vice versa. I got to make arrangements to make payments.
You understand that even though you're going through divorce, that everything that you earn right now is community income, community property. Do you understand that?
Well, when you say community property, is she entitled to pay also half of what I owe?
Yeah, all of the bills that are getting paid, they're getting paid first out of what you earn, right?
Okay, yes,
Right?
that is correct.
In other words, she doesn't have any source of income, does she? She doesn't make any money, right?
As far as I know, she was doing massages. She's a massage therapist.
Right, but with COVID, you can't do that right now. You haven't been for the last couple of years, right?
COVID restrictions, they've been relieved, as far as I know.
Well, but for the last year and a half before they were being relieved, could anyone do that sort of type of work?
She was getting unemployment.
Okay, and when she was getting unemployment, were you still paying all the bills?
Yes, sir.
Right, and right now she's not getting unemployment, is she?
That I don't know.
Okay, but you've been paying all the bills the whole time you've been married, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and this fear of losing your job all of a sudden, you didn't have that over the last 20 years, did you?
It happens like on my profession. There's always the fear of getting laid off.
What is it that you do?
Construction.
You're in construction.
Yes.
Okay. And right now, the construction's booming, right?
Negative.
No?
No. If you look in the internet, there's no jobs in Texas or anywhere else. If there is, they pay like $20 an hour.
And how much do you earn an hour?
Do I have to answer that, Judge?
Yes, sir.
I make $50 an hour.
Yeah.
In this project.
Mhm.
It's not always on every project. Like I said, every
Okay.
project is different.
And is your company in risk of bankruptcy or something?
I change from company to company. It's not, I don't always work on the same company
But you're still with Great Arrow Builders, correct?
until I get laid off. Yes,
And you've been with them for a while, haven't you?
for 2 years.
Okay. Now, as far as the law is concerned, are you aware that all of the income that you make is community property? Are you aware of that?
Yes,
And who told you that spousal maintenance wasn't supposed to be paid during temporary orders?
nobody. I was reading the internet. I Googled it up. I Googled all the cases, and I was reading it. And I wasn't. What?
And you understand that the internet doesn't always have correct information, right?
I went by what I read.
Okay, so your lawyer didn't tell you stop paying her, don't pay her as much.
Negative.
Okay,
Negative.
that's just something you decided on your own.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Pass the witness, Judge.
Just,
Mr. Ramirez?
yes, 3 things, Judge. Mr. Rayon, right now, your wife is in possession of 2 vehicles, right? 2018 BMW that you're paying for, and also another vehicle. It's a Chevy Cruze. Is that right?
Yes, sir. That's correct.
It's a 28. And what you would like for temporary orders is to have possession, the use and possession of the BMW.
Yes,
So
sir.
the-
That is correct.
Okay, so you're asking that for temporary orders. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. That is correct.
All right. And as far as income tax returns, you indicated to me that your wife is filing her own income tax returns.
Yes.
And you're asking that she produced by a date certain, a date that the court gives us. You're asking.
I'm gonna object, Your Honor. This is not discovery. This is temporary orders.
In my pleadings, Judge, and also Mr. Sanchez has the same thing in his pleadings.
Uh-huh.
We're asking for income tax returns. And Mr. Sanchez put it in his pleadings. I put it in my pleadings. There's no surprise here.
Judge, we wanted tax returns to be able to determine temporary support and obligation right now. And he's the only one working, she's not. So that's why we asked for him, but all that stuff will be done in discovery. And if we're gonna be ordered to produce, I don't have a problem as long as they're ordered to do the same.
Okay.
We're asked, Mr. Rayon, you're asking that your wife produce income tax returns for 2018, 2019, 2020.
Yes, sir.
Is that correct?
That is correct.
And if she's got any W-2s for those years and also any 1099s, is that right?
Yes, that is correct.
You're also asking that your wife produce any financial information that she has in her possession to you so that you can prepare your tax returns.
That is correct. Yes.
Are you also asking, there's some Spectrum equipment that needs to be
Yes.
returned to Spectrum, is that right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
It need to be returned because they're charging me for it. Yes.
And you're asking that your wife return that Spectrum equipment to the Spectrum company by a date certain.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's all I have here.
Anything else, Mr. Sanchez?
Mr. Rayon, that BMW, you actually bought that as a gift for your wife, didn't you?
Negative. No,
You didn't buy that as a gift to your wife?
no.
Okay,
We bought that vehicle. We bought that vehicle for our family. It
okay.
wasn't for
And-
like a gift for her.
When did you buy it?
It was bought in, I would say, I think it's late 2018, the beginning of 2019. I don't remember.
Okay, and who primarily drives that BMW?
I told her to drive the Cruise because the BMW needs maintenance, and I don't know if she's driving it or not.
Okay, since 2018, how many times have you been down to the valley?
Nah, I cannot say.
More than 5 days?
Nah, I don't know. Probably more. I don't know. I don't have a number.
More than a month?
I don't have a number. I don't know.
Isn't it true that you only come down maybe once or twice a year?
Negative.
Well, then how many times do you come down a year?
I don't know. It depends. It's probably sometimes I go twice in a month or twice every 3 months. It depends when I get days off or
And
when
when
I
you
go
come,
to.
when you come down here, who do you come see?
When I was going there, I was going to see my family, of course.
Okay, and so you would stay at the house in McAllen?
My house, yes.
Okay, and what would you drive when you were here?
The 2018 BMW.
Okay, and would you say you drove it more than half the year in any particular year?
No, I wouldn't say that.
You probably drove it on a handful of occasions, if that, right?
Maybe.
And other than when you're here, the one that drives it is your wife, correct?
She drives the Cruise. As far as I know.
But you're not down here to see her drive, so you don't know what she drives.
So I don't know what she drives. That's correct.
Yeah. And you're saying that you did not buy that as a gift for her.
Yes, I'm saying that.
Okay. And why did you buy the Cruise?
The Cruise, I bought it for my daughter, which she decided not to, that she didn't want it anymore. She wanted another vehicle and she went and bought a vehicle.
Okay. So other than the Cruise and the BMW, what other vehicle do y'all have down here?
Down there, those are the only two.
And what vehicle do you have up in Pennsylvania?
I got a 2008 F-150.
And that's the truck that you drive, right?
That's my work truck. Yes.
Okay. So other than the Cruise that was bought for your daughter and the truck that you drive, the only other vehicle you have in your family is the BMW, correct?
That is correct.
And the only other thing that your wife would be driving then would be that BMW, correct?
No, she can drive the 2018 Cruise because my daughter doesn't live in the house no more, and she's got her own vehicle.
Okay, so
She's got a Civic Honda.
Okay. Pass the
And
witness.
she,
I have a question. The BMW you said needed repairs?
yes.
Repairs? What kind of
Yes,
repairs
sir.
do you know, Mr. Rayon?
As far as I know, it needs the oil change,
Okay,
tire alignment, and if I'm not mistaken, brake pads. The
brake pads. Okay, all right.
Yes.
So it's still running, okay? It still runs. It needs more
It's
like,
not safe to it's not safe to run, Judge.
okay.
It needs
All right.
maintenance, basically.
Kind of like maintenance, but in necessary maintenance, that's for sure. And the Cruise is okay? That's fine?
Yes, sir. The Cruise is 100%.
And the Civic Honda is also okay?
The Honda, that's it. That's my daughter's. I don't know.
Oh, that's your
not-
daughter's.
Not a
that's my daughter.
community
That's my
vehicle.
That's not a community vehicle, the Civic Honda?
No, sir.
Okay. All right.
Judge, I don't believe the Cruise would be either if he bought it for his daughter. That was a gift.
But it's there at the house.
Yeah, it's at the house, but I believe, I don't know whose name it's in, but I'm just, if it was a
Yeah.
gift, I don't know that it'd be his.
Okay. Do you know what name it's in, Mr. Leon?
The Cruise is under my name and my daughter's. Yes.
Okay, both of you. Okay. Daughter and father. Okay. And the BMW?
The BMW is under my daughter's name only.
Daughter's name only. And the Civic Honda is under her name too, daughter?
I believe it's under her fiance's name.
All right. Okay. Let's go back to the list. Oh, wait, any other questions, Mr. Ramirez, of Mr. Rayon?
No, sir.
I want to go back to that list I saw earlier.
You want me to put it up, Judge?
Please.
It's right here. Do you see it?
Yes. All right, let me see here. You got the house payment, water bill, electricity, the car insurance. I think the $92 is for one vehicle only per month.
I believe that's for the pickup, Judge.
Oh, his pickup truck,
Right.
the
Yes, sir.
2008. Okay, okay,
8. Yes, sir.
okay. Then we have the cell phone, the gasoline, and probably see what should be higher now because of the. All right, internet, and then you got cable, car wash, yard maintenance, groceries, personal maintenance, fitness center, vehicle maintenance. Vehicle maintenance, you got 250 there, but that happens only when you do an oil change. And what else do you do for vehicle maintenance? That's like
The
a
vehicle
once a.
maintenance,
Yes, sir.
on the vehicle maintenance, I believe is oil change, tire
Uh-huh.
rotation, and brake inspection, something like that.
But you only do that, what, every 2 or 3 months?
On the BMW is yearly, and it's
Okay, there you go. And so, and
It's got to be more than once a year, Judge. That oil change is probably every 3 months, but the oil change itself is probably a few $100s. This is
Okay,
an
so-
average.
so
If
the
you
vehicle
do it
maintenance, so that this is monthly, right? 250 monthly?
This is, if you average out the yearly cost, it's about $250 monthly.
Okay. Then we have the lens refill 100. Then what else is it?
That's
Where's
pretty
this-
much it, Judge, for what the bills are that she needs covered. So if he were to give her this amount right here, and she'd be responsible for paying all these bills, and that's what I was arguing, Judge, is that with this amount here, her be responsible for all these bills, and him being able to pay his bills, he still has an extra $900 left. So my proposal would be have him pay her this number. Well, actually, minus the 97 if he's going to pay the car insurance. Just 5,200. He'll be responsible for the insurance over here, and she will be responsible for all these bills and all these things monthly till we get to a final hearing.
But
And-
earlier I heard about what, $400 or $600? What was that?
What for $600?
Was that like the monthly?
Well,
support?
no,
What was
because it's built in here. So what he
Alright.
was giving her, Judge,
that? Mhm.
covered, it was $1,600 a month that he would give her. And that would cover like her personal maintenance. You know, women have to go to the store and buy things that they need, personal things, hygiene. There's the yard maintenance, the car washes. So the 1,600 probably was covered in here. So if we do a total of 5,200 with her being responsible for these bills, except the insurance, because supposedly he covers it on there, then she could be responsible for that.
Okay,
Right.
but then you're looking at him keeping $800 a month or something?
That's in addition to what he already testified his bills were. So when I did the calculations of his bills and we came up with the number, I subtracted that from 8,800. Right?
Yeah.
And then
And I
that
think-
number, the 8,800 minus his bills left me like, I don't remember, 6,000 and some. Then I subtracted this number here, the 52, and it still left like almost $900.
885.
885, right? And so
Right.
if we get him to pay her this 5,200 monthly and let her worry about all these bills, paying them, then he's still going to yield an extra 885 a month. And this is just temporary orders.
Okay.
And that's without her having any money to pay my
Well-
attorney's fees. I'm sure he's paid his lawyer. And Judge, she has no income.
Judge,
Yeah.
I would like to ask questions of Ms. Rayon, if the court.
Oh, okay. The thing I was looking here is that you have the fitness center that can go out. What else can go
I
out?
mean, to
Let me
get rid
see.
of that.
Well, is there a spectrum cable can go out? Yard maintenance. You gotta cut the yard, man. Otherwise, you don't have a good looking house. That's for sure because it belongs to both of them. Um, mm, and
So
maybe on the vehicle, and
I
maybe
got,
take out the vehicle maintenance. But then, as repairs are done, I'm sorry, as maintenance are done, he can pay that. But we don't know what's coming down the pipe.
well,
But that can,
it needs an oil change right now and tire
well,
rotation for sure.
well, okay, that's 40 and 50. That's about $100.
Well, I don't know, Judge. It would take it a BMW and whatever the cost is, it is.
Well,
I
okay,
mean,
that's why I don't have a BMW. I have a 2006 F-150, and
yeah, well, the price on that's different. I don't, these things use like full synthetic and their
I know,
filters are expensive.
I know they're different because they're maintenance. I mean,
So I got rid of the fitness center. I got rid of the vehicle maintenance.
and the spectrum cable.
The internet, and how about the car washes, Judge?
Okay, let me see the car wash. The car wash can also go out.
Judge, if he wants, maybe what we can do,
Yeah,
well,
We're
the
big-
reason, the cruise that he drives when he's in town, that one has to get washed because it gets the film from the sitting outside. But if he doesn't want it washed anymore, that's fine. I'll get rid of that.
well, but if you can put those cars in the garage, maybe you don't have to wash any of them as often either.
Ay,
So,
cochera? The garage is full of their stuff, Judge. She can't park it in the garage. The cars sit outside.
all right, that's understood. Everybody, all of us, including me, have junk in the garage. We know
That's
that.
me too.
So,
So no more car
Well-
wash then, right?
no more car wash, no more gym, no more spectrum.
Okay.
And
I got
I'm
rid of
trying to
those.
shave here as much as I can because I'm looking at necessary here. And
Well, we're at 46.55.
Yeah.
And that,
Mr. Daniel Ramirez, what are you gonna say,
Yes.
sir?
Yes, sir. As far as the monthly gasoline bill, Judge, the lady is by herself in the house with two cars. Right now, I know that the gas prices, they go up and they go down, but $225 for gas per month
Right.
for one person. And whatever car she uses, I mean, she can put in, even if she puts in $15 a week, that would come out to about $60. $225 seems very inflated. I'm a driver and I drive around a lot and I don't even pay that.
Yeah, but you don't drive too much, Mr. Ramirez. You're a lot older like me.
You're
So,
right. You're right.
gas
All
is
right.
three something a gallon, Judge.
yeah,
You're not
I
gonna
guess
fill that
is
car
tough,
up
man.
under $80.
Well, that's a lot of traveling, Judge. She must
I know,
be.
I know. Okay, so where are we now? I said no gymnasium, no spectrum, no car wash. What else?
It puts us to 4,655, Judge.
Yeah, how about groceries here, man? But they're also going up, and you know how it is.
The groceries are in here.
You know, it's good. It's thanks to Mr. Rayon that he's still working and he's still making money because he's paying all these bills. If he weren't working or making that much money, everybody would be better worse off. So,
And Judge,
and I know that
has
he's
her-
left with $800 in Pittsburgh, but you're in the big city with $800 left a month. That's really nothing out there. I mean,
But that's after his grocery bill too, Judge. He
I
included
know,
that.
but that's very expensive. Even gas and groceries are more expensive in Pittsburgh than in the Valley. That's for sure.
Right, but he included his grocery bill in here,
Okay.
Judge.
Yes,
What-
he did. He did.
The money that we're putting in here, right,
Uh-huh.
doesn't give her money to go out and spend or play or anything. This is just paying the bills. I mean, look at
Okay.
these costs, right?
Yeah.
And unfortunately, the bills are what they are. Now, I'm sure in the future that $2,200 mortgage will be gone, but for now it has to get paid, right?
I know.
And so this is bare minimum. Like I said, she hasn't even had money to pay me. And
Right.
that's something that we'd ask the court to consider too, because I'm sure Mr. Ramirez has been paid.
Okay.
Judge, may I say
Mis-
something else?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Mr.
There
Ramirez.
was testimony from Mr. Rayon, Judge, that he's paying the BMW 575, Chevy Cruze 370, car insurance for those two vehicles, 360. The refrigerator, 100, bedroom set, 330. I totaled that up to about $1,735. Those are not included in Mr. Sanchez's calculations here. And so when we're talking about Mr. Rayon having $800 left over, and yet he's got to have to pay another $1,700
Right.
per month, you know,
And
it
Judge-
doesn't come out.
And that's us taking him at his word for the 2,200 a week, because from the documentation I have here, he earns way more than that.
Well, one thing here is that they're actually renting right now for how much is it? 21?
$21.95.
Right. I mean,
Judge,
if they're not,
They're not, it's a lease purchase. I haven't seen the document, but if they get foreclosed on, there's a foreclosure process. So I believe there is a what do you call it? An equitable interest in this home.
there's equity, you say?
If they're purchasing, there has to be. I mean,
Well,
the
it's a rent
rent
to own.
contract for deed type deals are illegal. They've been outlawed for some time now in the state of Texas. So there has to be
Okay.
some equitable interest here.
All right.
Or
Well, I mean, it's going to get to the point where she needs to start looking for a job, and then perhaps even start looking for an apartment. And, things are nobody gains or makes a profit out of a divorce. Everybody loses. We just need to mitigate the losses. I don't know. I'm looking at a figure here, the 4,500. That's what I'm looking at. And again, temporary.
And
And
that
then-
would be half of what he's earning, basically.
Well, yeah, but remember, he's up there up north, and things are more expensive over there. And
I understand, Judge, but these are bills that have been in place for years. There's nothing
Right.
new here, and you've actually gotten rid of some of these bills.
well, I understand, and we're looking at what's necessary here. That's why we shaved off a few items here.
I know, I understand.
So that's why I'm sticking to the 4,500. I think.
All right.
and there should
I
be
mean, like I said, we all need to bite the bullet here. I mean, that's what it is, and the numbers are there. So, and like you said, that's why I have my job right now. Next week, 2 weeks from now, they may change. They may move him to another city or something, and here we go again. So, I say round it off to 4,500.
Judge, and that's for her paying all those expenses that Mr. Sanchez has.
Right. All those
She'd
bills.
be responsible for all of these, well, except the car insurance, he says he's paying it, so that wouldn't
Right.
be in there, but it still puts us at over 4,500, so she won't have any money left, but that's it.
Well, Mr. Sanchez, okay, I take it she's healthy and educated and things like that, right?
She's not educated, Judge. She doesn't have, and I'll put her on right now. She doesn't have any licenses. She has been looking for work, unfortunately.
Okay.
The lack of English, it is difficult. She wants to take a course to do some esthetician work, but it costs money to take the course. And so,
There's 3 cars, and I think Mr. Rayon wanted one of them, but if she were to sell one of them at CarMax or something or whatever, she might make some money off of there.
well, if you want, we can sell the cruise, Judge. Here, and pásamelo. I know he said it wasn't a gift, Judge, but I'm going to stop the screen share for just a
Wait,
second.
wait, Mr. Sanchez, can you show me the top again? Thank you. All right,
And I can email this to you if you want.
all right.
Because if you have 3 cars, but you're only using one, maybe you can sell one.
Look, Judge, that's where he bought her the car.
Okay, wait a minute. That's what they do to everybody that buys a car from BMW, because I bought my daughter a BMW 2 years ago.
But you bought it for her, so it was a gift for her, right?
But I'm paying for it.
Well, right, but it was a gift.
That's
my point.
what you wanna call- It is a gift, but
Well,
I paid for it.
I understand, but it was a gift because when I've bought cars, they never put a bow on them. But I've never bought actually I bought a car for my mom once, but I had to drive it from Austin, so the bow wasn't gonna stay on there.
Oh, man.
But
Okay,
anyway,
you want to put on your Miss Rayon? You want to put it on?
if the court wants, I can, Judge, or if the court's comfortable. I don't want to waste the court's time, but whatever you want.
I'm looking at the 4,500 right now, and then I don't know about those cars. I don't know if you all can decide later. Can one of them be sold? You know, talking among you all two attorneys, see what you can figure out.
I don't have a problem selling a car. Usted no necesita los carros, ¿verdad? No, we can.
Yeah.
We can work. We can
like
get
I
rid
said-
of one if that's what they want.
Like I said,
And
in a divorce,
right now's the time to sell a used car.
in a
Judge,
divorce. Yes, sir,
Judge,
Mr. Rayon.
Can
Yes,
I
sir.
tell you something?
Yes, sir.
The Chevy Cruze is almost paid off. I need to pay about 4,500. And I
Okay.
told her, I give you the car and put it under your name. The
Okay.
Chevy Cruze.
Okay.
That's the car I'm willing to give her.
Okay. And you won the BMW, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Judge, I was going to suggest something to the court.
Yes, sir.
If the court, please, maybe Mr. Sanchez and I and both clients could meet in a breakout room and see if we can resolve something at this point after the court has heard this evidence.
Yeah, that's fine.
You just give us, maybe about 10 minutes. I don't know if Mr. Sanchez is interested in that, but
Okay.
we can try that.
Okay, look, I've heard the evidence, like I said, from Mr. Rayon, of course. Why don't you all talk, and then you all want to give me I got more work. Phone call sometime in the afternoon, what, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock?
Just to call the office.
Call the office and I can get in a three-way or something.
Okay.
So, but I'll allow you guys to go out there and talk about it.
All right.
Mr. Sanchez?
Yeah, I'm fine, Judge. I'm always up to conferring. I tried yesterday.
Okay. Okay, yeah, go ahead and give yourself some phone calls, and I gotta do some more work with some other court.
So
some
we
other
will
matters.
continue this hearing at what time?
No, it won't be continued. Just give me, we're gonna talk just us, the attorneys.
Okay, and
And
then if we don't reach an agreement, you'll just make a ruling?
I'll make a ruling, yeah.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
I think you know where I'm coming from and what I'm looking at, what am I considering.
Yeah.
And these are
But-
just temporary.
Yeah, this is just temporary, but you also gotta thank Mr. Rayon, because if he wasn't employed and making all this money, nothing would have gotten paid, So,
Oh, yeah, I mean, but that's the way it's been for 20 years, Judge.
yeah, I know. And good for him, yeah, good for him. But anyway, good luck, everybody. Continue negotiating and give me a call this afternoon.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
All right, thank
Thank
you.
you,
Call the
Judge.
court. Thank you, bye-bye.
Number 5 for Miss Savannah.
Ms. Savannah?
Are you going to put us in a breakout room,
No.
Judge? or-
No, you all can, your excuse,
No, no,
just give yourself phone calls, and because I'm gonna go back to some more
Okay.
cases I gotta do right now.
I can set up a Zoom if you want, Mr. Ramirez, or you want to just call me. We could do a phone conference, whatever you want.
Yeah, maybe we could do, let me call you.
Okay.
All right,
Okay, good luck, folks. Bye-bye.
thank you.
Bye-bye.
That's it, Mr. Rayo. You can log off.
Yes, sir, you can log off. Thank you, sir.
Okay,
All right.
Miss Savannah.
Ms.
we can
Savannah?
hear you.
Okay. Ms. Savannah, can you hear me?
Thank you for your patience.
Court will resume here with the February 24th, 2022 docket, F-2550-21-4, in the interest of Chloe Duarte. All right. Ms. Gonzalez, can you hear me?
Judge, I'm texting Ms. Gonzalez right now. I'm waiting for a response.
All right, thank you, bailiff.
Yes, sir.
Can you hear me, Miss Gonzalez?
She's logging on again.
Okay. All right, she's connecting. Good morning, Ms. Gonzalez. Can you hear me?
Yes, Judge, good morning. I'm sorry, I'm here at the courthouse.
Okay, no problem. And thanks for your patience. We've been pretty busy this morning. You have F2550-21-4 in the interest of Chloe Duarte.
Yes, Judge. Judge, this is going to be a default hearing. However, I was not able to get through to my client this morning.
Okay.
I believe we had everything else that we needed except for child support information, but she, for some reason, is not picking up today. If we can just get a reset, Judge, and then we'll prove it up at the next setting.
Please submit a order setting hearing date and we'll give you one.
Yes, Judge, I will. Thank you so much. May I be
Order setting.
excused?
Yes, ma'am, you're excused. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Take care, Judge.
You too. Take care. All right, we're still adjourned. Thank you all.